I think one of the main benefits of doing this write every day is that it allows me to look back at what I've done, and notice sort of the kind of the cycle patterns, the sort of the cyclical nature of just the writing process, and not so much the cycle of like draft after draft after draft, but more of like the kind of the emotional attachments to it, where you start off feeling really good, strong about a project. You get towards kind of as you go along, it starts to get more frustrating. The middle, you get really frustrated. Towards the end, you get more frustrated, and then you come out the other side feeling good. And then you re-examine what you did, and then you get more frustrated, and then it kind of repeats. It seems just like that writing itself is just a constant process of frustration, with little moments of like happiness and like satisfaction mixed in with that. And that tends to be where I think I'm coming out on the other side of this at the moment. I was obviously doing some revision to that section, and what happened was this morning is I was looking at the old section that I wrote, and I'm not sure if it's just because I've been tearing my hair out, whatever hair is left at this point, but I don't know if it's because I've been tearing my hair out, just revising the new section, or maybe I genuinely like the previous one. I don't know, but I was looking at the old section that I was trying to go back and revise, and I kind of like it. I sort of like what I did with that section, surprisingly. So I'm looking back at it now with, I guess, a degree of satisfaction. I'm looking at it, feeling pretty happy about it overall. So I'm now wondering if I should even bother doing any kind of restructuring at all. I'm wondering maybe this entire week-long process of restructuring was just not needed. And so that's something where I'm going to be putting that aside for now, and I'm going to keep doing the rest of more line edits for the rest of the story. And what I'll do at that point is I will just start reassessing that section again when I reach it. It's a little bit further into the story, so I'm just going to continue, pick up where I left off, get back to that previous section again when I arrive at it, and then I will just, at that point, make a determination whether I want to continue to restructure it or leave it as it is. And with it, I think this again ties into the process of just that kind of emotional cycle of writing, where feeling really good, you reach kind of that peak frustration, and then you decide, all right, I'm either going to set this aside and not do it, or I'm going to kind of push through and finish it. And it seems that this time the feeling of I'm done with this for now, and maybe the old section wasn't that bad, has taken over. It feels good, I guess, in a way, if that is the case, because I don't want to do this anymore. But you also need to, I think, in that situation, you also need to be aware of that, where that sort of satisfaction is coming from. Is that coming from just a place of not wanting to do the work anymore, or is it coming from like a genuine place of, this new section actually is really good, you don't need to reinvent the wheel at this point? And to be honest, I think that's something that just experience will tell you. I think it's something that just comes with time, and I don't quite have that enough experience, I don't think, at the point to really tell the difference. As long as I've been doing this, I think it takes time to kind of recognize that. So for now, I'm going to leave that section as it is and just keep moving forward here. But yeah, I guess for now, I'm feeling better about it. I'm feeling much, much better now about what I was doing than from before. So I guess props there. But yeah, so I will be back tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have made some progress, I guess, on the line edit side of things, and then potentially still on track, maybe, to get at least a good chunk of the story finished by the end of the month still. So now that I'm back on kind of line edit kick, I got about 3 weeks or so to do line edits, and yeah, I probably won't get through the whole thing, but at least I'll be able to make a sizable chunk, and get through a fair amount. But yeah, so back at it tomorrow.